And now just finishing with collecting the stones. As you see here, I will show you that we did lease this yesterday. And I didn't record because really this is all you'd be looking at is straight ahead field. It's taken a long time. It took a little bit of time to be able to lease the stone collector and have it up here, but we did get all of that done, so we won't have to do that again. And now finally it's approaching 9:30 right now, and I'm hoping that we're able to seed the entire field too. I would really like that, but we'll have to see. Either way, let's put this up because we cannot fit through the gate without them being up, and I really don't want to fix a gate. I know we don't have any animals yet, but I don't really want to fix that gate before we get any animals. I guess this is just extra security in case an animal gets out or something. We'll be able to lock them in at least the general perimeter of the farm. But oh, what damage they could do if they got out and walked around here. Either way, let's treat our equipment well because that's why it still runs like this. We will get this washed up real fast. And like I said, I do want to get the cedar. And I'm going to have to do something with those stones because we threw them up in the front of the property. So kind of right by where we get out. And where we put the telehandler when we first got it. So that's where the stones are right now. It's because I'm hoping that Sam is going to be able to take them. I'm hoping that we're able to get them out today. But again, it's a wait and see process. I'm not really sure. I don't even know what he's doing with them up there. So kind of makes it hard to predict if he'll want more or not. But I'm really hoping he does. That would be a load off my shoulders, and then we can just move on with it. If not, the rocks are there. They're not hurting anything. However, I do like to keep kind of a clean place over here, so I do want to get them out of here. But anyway, let's get into this office over here. I am going to close that door because that annoys me. There we go. And I am going to call Sam because I want to see if we can get these stones. If so, we'll just use the telehandler. We'll get them up there like the last time. But if not, then I have to look for the BGA or something equivalent because they got to get out of here. Either way, let's give him a call.
Hello?
Sam, it's your neighbor, Herd.
Oh, hey, Herd. How's it going over there today?
Well, good so far. I just got out of the field. The reason I was calling is I actually have more stones from that field, and I was wondering if you could take a few more.
Sure. I'll take a few more. Well, you got a rock quarry over there?
Yeah, honestly not sure. We might. I cultivated the field after the oil seed came in and got even more stones, but I don't know. I wish I could farm these things.
Well, you are. For me. Yeah, bring them over whenever. Thanks a lot, Herd. I really appreciate it.
All right, well, no problem at all, Sam. And I appreciate you needing them because I really need to get rid of them. I don't know. I think I'm going to get into the field first. I'll plant some grass seed, and then I'll just take the telehandler over like last time.
Sounds like a plan. I'll talk to you then.
All right, so I really lucked out with Sam needing more rocks. That way we can get this job complete and all the rocks out of there. But right now, I am going to just move this stone collector out of the way. We're going to have to return it here. So I guess what I'm going to do is just leave it right over here. I'll just leave it right here. It's easy to get to when the time comes. And we can unhook it and leave it right here. And then you see the cedar in the garage. That is what we're going to hook up to, and then we are going to get out into the field. That way we can finally plant grass because we are running behind and we are already here into June, so we're going to miss the first cutting, I think. And well, I know we're going to miss the first cutting. We'll probably get 2 cuttings this year. and probably a third next year if we do everything correctly. But the hay business is very slow when you have no grass in the field, that's for sure. Alright, let me see if I can hook up to the seeder. It's already filled. Everything is good and ready to go. Just hop down here. PTO attached. And we are ready to go. Hopefully this isn't going to take all day. I don't think it's going to take all day. The seeder goes a little bit faster than the stone collector does, but either way, let's get into the field and let's finally plant some grass. Alright, now finishing up here in the field, we've got all of the grass seed planted, and it is a day to get this done. Let me just tell you that. We do have a little bit more to do. We do have to get those stones up to Sam, so we will do that now after we get out of the field. But yeah, what a day out here. I'm looking at this field and I'm seeing a lot of hay bales. There is a lot of potential to grab some hay off this field. There's a lot of potential to grab some silage off this field. And in the UMRV, the workup of the farms are that most of them are beef. So I think if we can get into dairy, I think that we will zag when they zig, so to speak. Then I think that that will be at least beneficial to us from a financial standpoint. It's going to be a little bit harder because we're not going to have a lot of farmers to ask about dairy, but at the same time, if we just learn it as we go, I think, and you know, just go small. I mean, start slow and go small is the advice that I've always gotten, so I think that's what I would do. It's not like I'm going to get 60 head out here. I don't want that much responsibility right off the bat, but at the same time, if we get a couple cows, I think that would be beneficial to us, at least for the learning process of doing dairy. But I also know that we have a lot of equipment that we have to buy if we want to do dairy. We have a lot of things that we have to consider, and it's already June, so I'm not really sure where we stand with all that, but eventually I'm going to have to figure it out. The good news, however, is that we've got all of this grass seed now planted in this field, and now we will be able to get at least some money for, like I said, hay, silage, things of that nature, as well as being able to save up some for our own so that when we do get cows, we get a little bit of a head start, because that's going to be beneficial too. It's going to be hard to figure out if we want to keep the bales or if we want to sell the bales, especially since, let me get this lower, lifted up here, there we go. Especially if all of the money is going to be going out of our pockets when we are going to buy all this equipment. So it's going to be tough. I'm not really sure how we're going to manage all that yet, but as you can probably tell, I'm kind of going day by day here and trying to figure it out as I go along. Either way, I'm glad that that chore is done. We are going to park this up here in the garage. And then I'll get inside the house for a minute. I just want to grab a drink real quick. I'll call Sam. I'll let him know that we are headed up there with the stones. And I think, let me just lower this. You guys correctly told me that, you know, I do need to lower these things. It's not great for it. And you're right. So let's do that. All right. Now let's hop out of here. And like I said, I want to go get a drink, and then I'm going to call Sam. We'll get them stones up there. That way we can get that out of the way, and that's just one less thing that we have to do. Either way, I'm going to get inside here, and I'll pick it up when I come back out. All right, now just got off the phone with Sam, who is not home, but he told us that we're welcome to go up there and drop the stones off. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get in the telehandler here. Then we are going to pick up the stones, hopefully not hit anything, driving a very short distance to Sam's. And luckily he is very close to us. He's one of the few people that I know out here. The guy in the next field over, Platt. They call him Platt. I'm not really sure why. But yeah, he's over there doing field work. I said hi to him. And downtown, there's this guy, the guy that farms. Not really sure of his first name, but that's just what he goes by. I talked to him as well. So I'm starting to know a couple people around the UMRV, but not a great deal. Anyway, that's okay because we're going to be too busy to do much anyway other than farm. So let's get these stones picked up. Let's get them over to Sam's. Let's pick this up here. Try to get a really big load here. I was told to lift it a little bit higher than I was. There we go. We're going to turn. Now lower it a little bit. And yeah. I see what you mean. So we'll lift it just a little so that we can get some more weight on that back end. And the turns are always hard because I don't want to make 17 trips, so I just make a couple big ones and struggle with it. As you can see, I just don't want to hit my garbage cans. And now, fortunately, it is a straight shot to Sam's, which is really good because once you get this thing going straight, you're kind of set. And, the guy that was talking about Platt, he's over there on the right, just doing some soil testing, I believe, over there. So I just talked to him. But yeah, other than that, I don't really know too many people. The UMRV is filled with farmers, though. And if we're going to do dairy, I'm not really sure how many times I'm going to be able to interact with them. Not, you know, like we don't talk at all, but if we're doing different operations, I'm not really sure how much there is to talk about. Farming, anyways. Either way, I'm happy to get these stones out of our field, and I'm happy to get some grass at least growing there. Yes, we are late to the party because of these storms, but every farmer is on the same schedule as us, so we are growing it right from the start. We did plow the field, so I guess we're a little bit behind, but I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get 2 cuttings out of this still. It's June. That might be a little generous, but I do know that we'll be able to at least get 1 cut. Like I said, the decision of if I'm going to keep that for our cows next year or if I'm going to sell that so that we can help a little bit our wallet, because a lot of money is going to be headed out of our wallet, and I would like to replenish a little bit, especially without a job. The only thing we're making money on right now these days is farming and doing some deliveries down at the McGregor Farm store there. Justin's got us set up with a little bit of a schedule, but no offense to him, it's just farming's very expensive. It's not enough money to hold me over, so I do need to figure out something long term, because with all the equipment that we're going to have to buy to get into dairy, that's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, let's just say that. Anyway, we're here at Sam's, and I'm not going to hit his post, because if I hit his post, it's not going to be good for me. It's going to give me extra work. It's going to be really embarrassing. I'm sure he won't even care. He's that kind of guy, but I will, and I will fix it. Either way, we didn't, so that's good news. Now, the last time we put it around the corner here, that's what we're going to do this time. We're just going to put it in the same pile. Still hasn't really told me what he's doing with all of this. Not that it really matters to me, but just kind of curious. And there's the pile straight ahead. Now, we were fine the whole way because of the straightaway. Now that we want to dump these, we're going to go all over the place with this thing. Now it's starting to rain, as you can hear. There we go. And now this thing will get a lot easier to drive, that's for sure. There we go. Just fix that. Alright, now we've only got a couple more loads to do. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. And then we will have all of those stones collected and out of here, which is great news. I don't know where I'm going in here. There we go, that's an easy out. And now that it's picking up raining again, I'm happy that we got that done just in time. And I'm hoping that it grows, because that's what we need to have happen. Anyway, we got a few more loads here, but this is where I'm going to end this one. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. This is unbelievable. I don't know what happened. I was just driving down the road, and it just died, and now it will not come back on. Not a mechanic, so I'm not really sure what is wrong with the truck, but I know that it will not go down the road. That is the simplest form of me telling you what's wrong here, but I'm up by my house. Those silos way off in the distance. Those are Sam's, so I can walk up to Sam's house, but man, just got this fixed too, so I don't think it's the battery. Not really sure what it is. But I'm not going to be able to drive it today, that's for sure. I don't think it's just a simple jump or anything, so what do I do? I guess I'll start walking up to Sam's. I guess that's really the only reasonable option here. I mean, we could just walk over to our house. I mean, it's a bit of a walk, but what else am I doing today? Because I've got to get back there and I've got to give a mechanic a call now, which is great because that's just going to be more money out of my pocket. What's that? Is that? Well, look at that. I think that is Sam right there. It is Sam right there. Well, I'm happy I didn't walk all the way up there. Let's see what he's doing.
Hey there. Looks like you're having a rough day. Flat tire?
I wish it was that simple. I'm not really sure. I know it's not a flat tire, but I was driving down the road and she just sputtered out on me. Definitely going to need a mechanic.
Doesn't look like the most reliable workhorse. Probably time for a new one.
Yeah, well, this used to be my grandfather's, so I'm hanging on to it for sentimental value, I admit, but new farm, tight budget, just too many dollars flying out of my pocket. I don't know, just trying to make do for now.
I hear that. Well, maybe time to just start hauling with a different one, or paying for delivery a little bit. Anyway, you heading anywhere important?
No, I'm just headed home.
Well, hop in, I can give you a lift.
Really? Man, that would be huge. Thank you so much.
No problem, bud. Always gotta help out a fellow farmer. You're new around here, so I'm assuming you don't really have anyone else to call.
Yeah, just moved here a couple months ago. I took over my grandfather's old place, but he moved south, so I don't really know anyone in town yet. Still just kind of getting settled in, so people and social time is something I haven't had a lot of time for, really.
Well, you will. The farm store down in McGregor is the gathering spot here in town. Always someone to chat with down there. So, Herd, how is the grass coming along over there?
Well, it's in the ground, so there's that. I'm just trying to do hay and maybe some silage this year. I got to keep things simple when I figure out the lay of the land, you know?
Well, smart move. Hay's always reliable. You ever considered any livestock?
Maybe down the line. Not really sure yet. I know there's a lot of beef farmers around the UMRV, so I was hoping to maybe try and learn dairy.
Well, I'll tell you what. I might be heading to the auction later this afternoon, so they usually have a good mix of equipment down there. I know you're without wheels today, so you want to ride with me? You interested in going to an auction?
I don't know. I've never been to an auction before. It seems a bit intimidating.
Nah, not bad once you get the hang of it. Just gotta know what you're looking for and set a price limit. Plus, it's a good way to meet folks around here. Most farmers love a good auction bargain.
Alright, why not? We can go up there together. I'll check it out. I haven't been to an auction before. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's something that will benefit me. And besides, I do need to buy some equipment, so it can only help to look, right?
Sounds good to me. I'm probably gonna go. I'll let you know if I do. Alright, well, here you are.
Sam, thank you so much, man. I do appreciate you for picking me up, and I don't know what I'm going to do about that truck, but another day, another problem. Anyway, thanks a lot, and yeah, let me know.
No worries at all, Herd. Like I said, gotta help out a fellow farmer. I'll let you know if I head out to the auction. Speaking of which, if I do go, I'm looking for a trailer, and I know there's a lot of deals over there on trailers. You looking for a trailer, Herd?
No, I wouldn't know what to do with a trailer. I'm actually looking for a baler and a mower, but...
No problem. Anyway, I gotta get going. Places to be, cows to see, maybe even a bargain to snag at this auction later. I'll let you know if I go, and I'll give you a call in a little bit, Herd. See you for now.
Alright, so I did go inside, and I did give a mechanic a call. I left him a voicemail. He did not pick up his phone, so still trying to wait and see if he will. So either way, I got to get that truck off the side of the road. Whether it comes down to me taking the telehandler and a chain and dragging it, that will... For the distance that we're going, I guess that will do. But either way, I would like to kind of treat it a little bit better than that. And I don't know, Justin was telling me that I shouldn't have been towing with it. He's probably right, but like I told Sam, I don't have that much money, so I'm not going to go out and buy a new truck, that's for sure. So we're going to have to make it work somehow. Either way, I think he might be right. I think we will need a different truck. I don't know about a new one because with everything else, we really can't afford that, but... And there's a text message from Sam. He will be on his way. So I guess he's on his way over here right now, which he should be over here in a couple minutes. So let me get everything ready to go. And I guess we're headed to the auction. After a few calls to the mechanic went unreturned, I headed out to Prairie du Chien with Sam. Sam was in search of a trailer, and the more he talked about the auction, the more I got interested in getting a few things as well. The truck ride over to Manning Transportation changed me from bored and just tagging along to definitely interested and probably buying. I did still need a mower to cut this grass, and I also could use a baler as well. I was at least interested in checking out what they had over there. And in this economy, I knew I couldn't afford anything new, so buying the secondhand stuff was definitely going to save me money. As we got closer to the auction, I grew a little nervous. I'd never bid on anything before, and aside from not knowing anything about this stuff and never going to an auction, I was also bidding against farmers who'd been doing it their whole life. Some days I ask myself what I've really gotten myself into. Alright, so we're finally here, and we've got to go into the building on the left. That's where Sam just went. I think he's getting us our numbers so that we are able to bid on things today. And I'll wait for him, so then we'll go in and look at what they got. But let me get in here. Let me check in with everything. Alright, well, Sam's inside still. He told us to just head out without him, so we are going to walk through this auction quick and see what we have. And wow, I would love to get that for mowing. The problem is I would probably have to sell the entire farm, and then we'd really have nothing to mow. So we're unable to get the crone. However, it is a dream. That is a lot right there. These over here are more my speed. Could you imagine mowing the entire pasture with that? I think when I was seeding and when I was collecting stone, it felt like I was using that diameter, but either way, let's move on. Here's a couple trailers. This one might be more Sam's speed. I know he's got a smaller tractor. That will be a good find for him. Hopefully he's able to bid on that if he likes it. That one's out of question for sure, for both of us. I don't have a tractor that big either. Don't have livestock, so I don't need the horse trailer. And those trailers always come in handy. I do have one thanks to Justin, so that is nice. We're building on that. And there's a Massey Ferguson. I would love that tractor, but of course, you know, we do not have a ton of money. And the money that we do have is flying out of our pockets, and that might cost us right there, that Massey Ferguson. I like that. The baler, not the tractor. The baler would be nice to have, and we have the telehandler, so we're able to carry the big round bales as well. So I gotta see if my tractor will be able to handle that. I think it will. I think it will. Anyway. Oh, and look at that. I missed that mower right there. That's a nice one right there. I like that. Now, that'll take a long time to get around the field as well, but I'm kind of expecting that because, you know, we don't have a ton of money. So we're going to have to somehow make this auction work for us. Either way, I guess I'm going to stand over here and wait for Sam because I think he's got to see this trailer. I think it'll be perfect for him, and I think I've already found the two things that I want to bid on. The auction wasn't as bad as I thought. Confusing at first, sure, but with Sam there to guide me through the process, we both ended up with a few winning bids. I also met a few farmers there, and I was able to introduce myself to people around the community a little more, which is always good for someone who doesn't know anyone in town. Farming itself is a real cooperative thing in the UMRV, and without knowing anyone in town, I'm not exactly invited to anything. So I was glad I was here. I was glad that Sam brought me along for the experience, and I was glad that I made a few contacts. It's a place I'd be back to for sure, just not exactly sure when. Money was getting tighter by the day, it seemed, and if I'm being honest, it was really starting to stress me out a little bit. Anyways, it's time to get back in the car and head home. A solid day here at the Prairie du Chien auction.
Well, Herd, what'd you think of your first auction?
Well, honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. A little confusing at first, sure, but, you know, then I started to maybe kinda understand what the auctioneer was saying.
Can't believe I actually snagged that trailer either. That was a steal.
Yeah, steal of the day, I'd say, at least between us. Hay season will be here before you know it.
You betcha. Speaking of hay season, those are some serious bids you tossed out there for that baler and mower. I'm sure you didn't get carried away?
Well, the baler needed a little work, but the price I thought reflected that, and the mower, well, let's just say it practically drove itself onto the trailer, so...
Hey, listen, the equipment was practically begging for a good home. You'll fix them up in no time, and they'll last another lifetime.
Truth be told, Sam, my heart's about to jump out of my chest. I'm not really sure if I'm making the right decisions. I spent a good amount of money at that auction just now, and I'm a little nervous about it.
Look, we both know your farm needs a few things to get started. Having a working baler and a reliable mower will make your life 10 times easier up there.
Yeah, I hope you're right, but still, seeing all those numbers on that final bid, maybe you're right. Couldn't get any harder, right? I know that anyway, but learning all this stuff's exhausting, and, you know, you're right, the baler, the mower, it's sure going to make things a little easier up there. I don't know. It's just a lot of money. Well, Sam, I appreciate it again. It was a lot of fun, and it was a productive day on the farm still without a truck.
No problem, Herd. I enjoyed you coming along. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Absolutely, but right now I have to figure out if anyone is going to call me back about my truck, so just another day, Sam.
Just another day, Herd. Good luck with your truck.
Alright, and that should be it. Alright, and that should have you back on the road again, Herd.
Well, thanks, Justin. I'm not really the world's greatest mechanic, believe it or not, but not really sure I ever will be either.
It's an old truck, Herd. You gotta take care of her. And no towing. I can try and get some free deliveries up there to your farm. You surely helped me out enough, but to be honest, I just don't really know when. Lately, this place has been pretty strict. Just doesn't feel the same, you know? My boss Al's always on edge. Something's up here. I just haven't really figured out what yet.
What do you mean?
Well, Al's usually pretty carefree, you know, easygoing guy. Good guy to work for. He's all about the family, you know? One of those guys who, you know, always want you to be happy at work or would always let you take off for things that you needed to do. Well, anyway, lately, a few of the guys here had a few family things to do, and Al said no, they couldn't have time off. He doesn't say no often. We're not really busy around here either.
Well, that must have made people real happy around here.
It's miserable around here lately, Herd. Everyone seems on edge, which is strange. I mean, us guys in the back are cool to each other, but nobody's really a fan of Al at the moment.
Well, for good reason, I guess. That's pretty rough, Justin, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it is what it is. Anyways, you were grabbing a roller off us today, right?
Yeah, it's getting delivered this morning, hopefully. Gotta roll that field before the grass comes up. Then I can finally bale some hay, which is something I really can't wait for. I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, it's your first cutting ever, so yeah, I would be too. Man, I gotta say, you got a pretty good thing up there. Your grandfather left you a pretty good property to take care of. I'm rooting for you.
Thanks, yeah, I got lucky. I don't really know the first thing about what I'm doing out here, but I guess that's something I'm going to figure out along the way.
Well, driver should be up there soon. Anything else I can help you out with today?
No, you've done plenty for sure, but thanks for meeting me so early here and looking at the truck. Again, I'm not really sure where I'd be without you.
No worries, sir. Don't rely on me too much. Not because I don't mind helping, but because I'm not the world's best mechanic either. When I don't know how to fix something, it could be costly for you, so be careful. And no towing.
Will do. And yeah, no towing. Thanks, man. I hope your day gets better around here. It felt great to be driving this truck again. Justin really helped me out this morning by meeting me at the store, and he really helped me out when he didn't charge me. I guess I may be making some friends out here in the UMRV after all. At very least, it felt good to have someone I could call if I got stuck. Anyways, today I have to roll the field, and if there's any time left, I want to pick up the yard a little bit and put some things away. I know me, and I'm the type who will let it get out of hand and make an all-day chore for myself, so I'm trying to avoid that, especially in the dead of summer when it's really hot and we have to be at our most productive. For now, I'm waiting for this grass to grow, and I'm surely not looking at it as a vacation. I still needed to get the auction items back to the farm. I still needed to get some clients to sell this hay to, and I still had to figure out when exactly I was going to put cows in this barn. I don't know. I'm just hoping I'm done fixing things for a while, but I already know it's always right around the corner. Farming. That's what it always is. Fixing things and hoping that they don't break. Hello?
Herd, it's Tom from McGregor. I'll be up at your place here shortly. Yard's clear, right?
Hey, Tom. Yeah, everything's cleared out for you. I'm up here as well, so take your time.
All right, Herd. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, so I am just going to get inside real fast. I just got to grab some paperwork so that I can give it to Tom, and then we will have the roller up here, and I'm really excited about that because we've got to get that field done, and this is the last thing that we really have to do before the grass comes up and we get to mow it, which is honestly the victory day around here. That's the day that I'm really looking forward to, so I'm pretty excited about that. But either way, let me get inside and get the paperwork. All right, so paperwork is in my hand and Tom is in the yard, so let me just go talk to him really fast and see what he has planned here. Hey Tom, how are you this morning?
Doing great, Herd. Doing great. Last day before I'm headed out on vacation, so I'm happy to head down south for some heat.
Good times, man, good times. I'm honestly a little jealous of you.
Well, we all have to get away at some point, right, Herd? Now's my time, and I'm gonna take full advantage of it, that's for sure. Besides, you'll be farming up here, right? Waiting on this field to produce some crops?
Well, just grass, but yeah, selling hay this summer to anyone who wants it.
Right on, right on. Well, I'll figure out the paperwork and such, and you're free to grab that off the trailer whenever you want.
All right, thanks, Tom. I'll only need a few minutes. Just got to move some things around here. All right, let's get that right there off. We'll just take all of these ratchet straps off of the truck. And yeah, it's going to be nice to be rolling with that. I completely forgot to take the cedar off, so we're just going to put this somewhere. We're going to clean up this yard here later, so I don't want to make Tom wait, so we're just going to put that over by the barn, I think. Just out of the way somewhere at this point. And yeah, we'll put it right over here. Just again, out of the way. Let's just not hit that gas tank. There we go. Alright, now we gotta unattach it. And that always takes a few minutes. But Tom said he was doing paperwork, so it's not like we're really making him wait all of that much. We do if we don't know how to get this undone. There we go. Now, free from the cedar, which means that we are able to now go to the trailer and back up and take that roller off. And this is where I always get a little nervous. I do not like driving up these trailers. I'm not used to driving this tractor all that much. And lining it up is tough, so this is going to be a little difficult for me. Let's see if we can get here. Now, we really don't want to fly off the trailer. That would be terrible news. Let's see here. Back up. Should do it. And yes, that will do it. Hook that up there. Make sure we get all of our things hooked up in the back, and now we can just drive straight off, hopefully. And again, for somebody who has anxiety over this, not seeing where I'm driving isn't the greatest, so I'm just going to turn and make sure that that's all lined up. It is. And another successful one. Yes. Alright, well, we'll get in the field in a few minutes. I just want to go say bye to Tom, so let me go settle up with him. Alright, now, just put the papers away, so now we are ready to get into the field, and I'm excited because this is the last thing that we have to do before the grass comes, which obviously mowing is going to be the excitement, as I said earlier. Baling the hay, and then obviously selling it to make money is going to be nice too, if we can sell it. Maybe we'll just put it all in our barn this year and collect a huge loss. I'm hoping not, but honestly that might be the case because we've gotten started so late and it's because we've had to buy equipment and things of that nature. And in this case, we've had to rent equipment. And when we rent equipment, we are at the mercy of when the driver can show up. And this is nothing on Tom. It's just, you know, we have to wait for other people as opposed to it being here already. So I'm excited to finally have some equipment. And I don't know if that's going to be anytime soon. I do know that I won an auction a couple weeks ago, so that's going to be good. I'm going to be getting a baler and a mower from that. I've already paid for it. I'm just waiting for it to be delivered. Let me get out here and just look. Yep, alright, everything looks good. Yeah, everything looks great. Okay. But yeah, I'll get a mower, I'll get a baler from that auction. I've already won it. I've already paid for it. I'm just waiting again for it to be delivered. And they said they'd get a hold of me, so that should be soon. That should be soon. But as opposed to everything else, it's just so expensive. So I don't foresee me buying a seeder. I don't foresee me buying anything anytime soon. Either way, it's going to be a long day, and it's okay because there's nothing else to do at the moment. We have to clean up the yard a little bit, and I do want to look for a truck. You know, this old truck's got me thinking. I don't think I can use it to do farming that much longer. And I mean, if you ask Justin down at the farm store, he would tell you that I shouldn't be using it at all. And he's probably right, but the problem is I don't really have an alternative. And if I don't have an alternative, I have to use that because otherwise nothing gets done. So that's the dilemma I'm in at the moment. But either way, I am way over the field. It's because I want to make sure that I get everything. That way I don't have to come all the way down here again and do this. Because this field is big enough, believe me. It is big enough. It is going to take me a long time. And I'm hoping that I can get this done around lunchtime. That's a few hours from now, so I'm hoping that I can get this done around lunchtime. That way the rest of the day is freed up to do other things. Like I said, I would like to go down and check out a truck, and we'll see if we have time to do that. So I want a work truck, you know, something that I can use to tow, and I've already got a trailer, so I can pick up things. It's just that the old truck that my grandfather has doesn't really fit the bill, so we're gonna have to get a newer truck and one with a little bit more horsepower to tow around all of these things. But at the same time, I don't want to get one that is going to guzzle a ton of gas, so I'm not really sure because I can't afford that right now. I really can't. We're on a shoestring budget as it is, and all we're doing is selling hay. We're not even in the stage of the game right now where we have cows, so I'm just trying to get these fields fixed up and ready to go. And I'm hoping that all of this is going to be worth it. I'm hoping that we're able to sell some hay and some silage and we'll all be good. And if not, we can just keep that hay and silage for our herd, which, I don't know, it's either looking like later this year or probably most likely next year is when we're going to be getting into cows. I would like to get a head start here with all the hay and all that other stuff, but either way, let me continue this, and I'm gonna pick it back up when I get done because it's a big field. It is a big field.
Oh, I've been long gone, wanna talk to you. I've been hustling for so long. Oh, and I've been thinking about the past, and it keeps me going on. Oh, and I can't stop, no, I don't stop.
Well, last lap, and we are done rolling, which I'm really, really happy to say because we were out here a while. But also, as I said earlier, very excited about this because now we get to make grass, now we get to make hay, now we get to make silage, and most importantly, now we get to make money. So, as boring as I'm excited to watch the grass grow sounds, I am excited to watch the grass grow, and I do want to get all of this done because then we can start making money, and then I'll start feeling like a real farmer. I mean, right now, we came out here, we spent a lot of money, we haven't really made any money, so I would like to at least make some money this year, even if it's on hay. But let me fold this here up. That will not fit through the gate, believe it or not. Well, it will, but then the gate won't stand. So either way, let's fold this up. That way we can get in. There we go. Yep, perfect. Now, what I want to do for the rest of the day is I do want to get down and look at a truck because Justin's right. I'm not able to haul with that truck. It did its purpose for the first couple weeks, but I'm not going to be able to haul with that truck, and I need a little bit more modern of a truck. So we are going to go down to a place that somebody at the brewery told me about, actually, and I'm hoping that it's not a dud because I need a vehicle, and he said that they could give me one cheap, and they said that they could give me one with quality. So those are the two things I look for. They don't go hand in hand normally, so I am honestly interested for really anything that comes my way today. But yes, we did get that done, and we are done with the rollers. So now we are going to just power wash this off only because we have to. And then we will continue our day. All right, now office is cleaned up and, well, office is sorted. Let's just say that, okay? It's clean for me. But either way, let's clean up both the tractor and the roller. And the tractor because it's here, and why not? Let's take care of our stuff, especially, you know, this kind of stuff, because, you know, this place was my grandfather's, so I want to see this run as long as I possibly can, obviously. So we are going to clean this up, and then we're going to clean up the roller. And the roller, because house rules, when you return things, you have to wash them before. So it's a chore that always goes under the radar for me. It's something that I always forget. So I am trying to immediately do this right after we get in from the field. That way it's done, it's sorted, and it's all figured out. But we'll clean this up a little bit, and then we will be able to get it, because I fully anticipate... Oh. Hey, Sam.
Hey there, Herd. How's your truck doing?
Well, could have been a lot worse, but Justin helped me fix it up. Didn't charge me anything either, so... Yeah, we did that this morning, really early, just about when the farm store opened. But now I think I'm just going to retire that truck to a get-around truck.
What are you going to do about a farm truck, then? You just going to get things delivered for now?
Actually, no. I got a tip from someone at the bar, of all places, down at Kodiak. They told me to go over to a place in Prairie du Chien that's selling a farm truck right now. So I'm hoping I have enough time to swing over there today and look at it. But it's over by that auction that me and you went to.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that place. Knew a guy who got a truck there. He was happy with it, so that's all the reviews I can give you.
Well, I'm hoping this is as advertised, too. Anyway, what do you got going on today?
Well, I was supposed to be grabbing some beefers today. Just gonna run them till November and then send them the auction's way, I think. Won't make as much money doing it that way, but for this year it'll be easier for me to do that. I got a lot going on up here this summer at the house. A lot of additions.
Well, give me a call if you want some help.
Thanks, Herd. I appreciate it. Maybe I will if it's not too much labor.
Not even that. Just line it up. Let me know, and I'll be glad to help you.
Will do, Herd. Will do. Well, anyway, just thought I'd call to check up. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, Sam. All right, now let's get this thing cleaned up, and then let's go down and check out that truck. All right, so just about to the place over there on the right, that is where we went to the auction, and I actually got a call from those guys over there at the auction saying that I can pick up the baler and I can pick up the mower, and I'm very excited about that. However, I don't really have a way to pick them up, so I really would like to get a truck. Not this one. This one I would like to, as I just told Sam, just kind of a get-around truck, you know, do errands and things like that. But as far as farm work is concerned, I want to get a little bit more of a modern truck. Something that is not so old. So, now this is the place. They say it's over here. Here we go. Kind of an unusual place, as I've been told, and yep, I see that. Alright. I think this is it. I don't really see a sign. Yeah, it looks like it is. There's a lot of cars here, so this has got to be the place. I do see a truck over there, but I don't think that would work well for a farm truck. I guess we'll park right here. I don't really see a spot for parking. Yeah, this is good enough. Alright, let's get out and let's see if we can find anybody. Maybe they will come out if they see us. Here's a truck, but that does not work well for me with a farm truck anyway. It is a nice truck, though. And everything else over here, it looks like the truck's too small. There's some cars over there, but nothing really of note. There's a white truck right there. That might work. Two of them. I don't know.
Hey there, name's AD. How can I help you today?
Well, I was just looking over what you got here and kind of interested in looking for a work truck for my farm.
A work truck, eh?
Yeah, I just got a farm, and let's just say my grandpa's old pickup isn't exactly built for hauling hay bales.
Yeah, that makes sense. You city folks inheriting the land out here. Whole new ball game for you, right? Well, listen. We got a good selection of used trucks here that can handle anything you can throw at them. You looking for something big and powerful, or looking for something more economical?
Well, reliability is key for me. It's got to be able to haul a load and handle the rough terrain out there, and it's got to be able to last a while. I mean, price is obviously a factor too, but I'm willing to invest if it's something that will last a little bit.
Now you're talking my language. Let me show you what we got.
All right. This is my grandfather's truck here. I'm trying not to use it for towing. It's getting older, obviously, so.
All right, so not sure what type of farming you're doing over there, but if you're looking for loading big things, big equipment, trees, that stuff, you can't go wrong with the Tantra Phoenix. I picked this up at an auction a few weeks ago, and runs good, works well.
Well, it looks like a great truck. Someone could surely do a lot of work hauling with this thing, but I got to be honest with you, AD. I'm sort of looking for a normal pickup truck. The truck I got now is kind of a classic, so shouldn't be hauling much with it, as I've said. But I don't need this big of an upgrade.
All right. I got you then. Well, right behind you here is the Chevy I've just picked up also. It runs well too, but, she's real dirty. I literally got this in yesterday, so haven't had time to clean her up, but I obviously haven't washed it off or anything, but if you give me a few days, I can look at it and let you know if I find anything. I like to keep them on my yard for a week or so I can fully inspect them, but for right now, I don't see anything wrong with this one. Like I said, I want to make sure, give it a look over first.
Well, I'm thinking this is the one I'll go with. Has anyone been out here to look at it?
Heard, I'm as honest as they come, and nah, nobody's even came over here. Hasn't even been on the sales floor yet, so you're the first one to even see it.
Oh, let me look inside real quick.
Got a newer interior, too. You know, guy took real good care of it, like I said, but since my name's on the business, I want to keep it here for a few days. Just, give it a full look over. I don't sell anything but safe and reliable. Anything less would be irresponsible, in my opinion.
Well, thanks, AD. I appreciate everything.
Come to my office real quick, and I'll give you some information on it.
Sounds good to me. All right, now just getting back home, and I did end up signing the paperwork. I did end up purchasing the blue and orange Chevy, and you're going to find out that I am not much of a brand guy. So if you want to leave anything bad about Chevy, you can do that if you'd like. I'm not going to take personal offense to it. I just need one thing to go from point A to point B, and if I can do that and not have anything cost me extra, gotta be honest with you, that's the one I'm going to choose. But either way, this place is a mess. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up. We did clean up the roller with the power washer. So now I just want to move it a little bit out of the way, obviously, of the garage. And we'll put it up front because they're going to be picking it up tomorrow, the farm store. That and the stone collector both will be picked up. I got to get that ready as well. I just wanted to clean that. I'll probably do that tomorrow right before they get here, but we will move this right here. There's a telehandler up there that I would like to get in the garage as well, so let me get out here and unhitch this. There we go. I want to get that cedar also in the garage because the cedar is ours, and the cedar is going to be put right there in the garage for now. I don't really have any permanent spots for anything. I could, it's funny I say this because I'm driving between two buildings, but I could use another building as well because I want to keep that garage area clean for bigger equipment. I want to keep that barn area that we're looking at right there, that white barn. I want to keep for hay, so I think everything will probably just figure itself out anyway. Let me hook this up. There we go, BTO on. And we will put this over here in the garage. I'm glad we have this cedar, that's for sure. It's going to save us a lot of time and money. And maybe we can get some contracts if anybody needs any seeding done. We might be able to do that. Yeah, it's a small cedar, but it still will get everything done. And at this point, I don't really have a job. I will do it for the same as the big guys. Alright, now with everything else done, we are just going to back the telehandler into the hay barn for now. That's, I think, where we're going to put it for now. I keep emphasizing that because I don't think this is going to be its permanent home, but it's going to work for today. Alright, well, a really successful day on the farm. We ended up buying a truck as well, which is really nice for our hauling. I think that my grandfather's truck breaking down was probably a blessing in disguise, if I'm being honest, because it made us get this other truck, which is good. So now we just wait for the hay, or the grass to grow, should I say, so we can bale the hay. And we're probably going to end up getting one cutting, maybe two, but our first cutting is probably going to end up between everybody else's second and third. So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to squeeze in 2 cuttings this year, but at very least, we've got all the equipment ready so that we can do this tomorrow. Oh, who's this? Hey, Justin, what's going on, man?
Well, nothing good, Herd. They fired me.
Hurtin' Tomorrow by Glass House on 98.5 WHRD, 7:13 on your Wednesday morning as we play songs to get you ready for your day today. But first, let's get out to Stacy with the news.
Thank you, John. Today's going to be a great-looking day, high in the mid-80s, so it's perfect to get out there and enjoy the summer if you're able to. Also, traffic is moving swiftly today, so no major delays on any of the roads out there in Prairie du Chien or in McGregor, so your commute should have no problems. Now, in local news, a big day for the McGregor Farm Store as they have announced the sale of the store to Wisconsin-based AgMax. This marks the first time McGregor is without a local farm store since the very business, the McGregor Farm Store, has opened in 1943. AgMax has sent a statement stating that they are not looking to change anything and everything will be business as usual at the McGregor Farm Store. New ownership will be there to meet with people and show them around the new facility in 2 weeks. So not this weekend, but next weekend, if you're not doing anything, head on out to the McGregor Farm Store. If there's anything further, we'll keep you informed here on WHRD, but for now, back to the music.
Unbelievable. Business as usual at the McGregor Farm Store is what I'm led to believe. And at the same time, Justin is removed from his position down at the farm store. And I mean, I just moved here this summer, but I can tell you that Justin was the face of that farm store. So business as usual, that's a hard one to believe, that's for sure. But it's even harder because I have to call them up. Usually I'm told when the seeds are in. I'm not sure if they're not in yet or if I haven't been called yet, but they should have been in here 2 days ago, and I have not. Where is that thing? I'm trying to find. Yeah, I don't have it. I'm gonna have to buy that too. Tools. I'm gonna have to buy some seeds down at the farm store, or at least I'm gonna have to pick them up. I've already bought them. I do need a couple other things, so chicken feed for one, and I do need some grease for the farm, so I do need to get down there. I do need to purchase these things, the other two things. I've already gotten the seeds, and they're already paid for, but let me give them a call right now and see what's going on here.
McGregor Farm Store, Order Fulfillment Department. Please state your name and order number, please.
Right. It's heard. No order number. I don't think I wasn't really given one, but I was just wondering if my grass seed order is ready for pickup.
Heard. Grass seed. Hold a moment, please. Okay, Herd. Your order's available. You can come pick it up at your earliest convenience.
Great. Is there a specific window for pickup, or can I swing by any time?
We close at 6. Just get here before then. Thank you. I have to get in the next caller.
Wow. Order Fulfillment Department. Next caller. Yeah, business as usual down at the McGregor Farm Store. Alright, well, I have to get in the house. I have to get some paperwork. I want to give Sam a call and see if he'll give me a ride down to pick up the truck. I already purchased the truck. I just have to go pick it up. And then we can come up here to the farm. I can attach the trailer and we can go down to the farm store and talk with the lovely lady that I had spoken to just a couple minutes ago. Anyway, I'm going to get in the house and I will call Sam.
Hello?
Sam, it's Herd.
Hey, Herd. How's it going today?
Well, I was actually looking for a little favor. I just bought a truck in Prairie du Chien, and I could really use a lift out that way to grab it if you're not overly busy.
No, I got time to help you out with that. Well, you be ready in like 10 minutes?
Wow, yeah, that would be excellent. Yeah, I'll be ready, Sam. Thank you so much.
No problem, Herd. See you in a few.
Thanks for the lift, Sam. I'm just really excited to be picking this up.
No problem. Anyway, what type of truck did you end up buying?
Well, he had a Chevy there that was the right price, so I bought it. I'm not really into brands. I'm not really a brand guy, so I've never really been rich enough to be selective, but I'll take whatever has 4 wheels, runs, and doesn't leave me on the side of the road. How's that?
I hear that. Things I got at my farm I saved up for, but never once went in and bought something new. It's always been something old or on a side of the road, on a farm field somewhere. It's always used or something like that, but hey, if it's broken, I can fix it, and one way or another, life makes me earn everything. That's why I got a farm.
Here, here. Oh, did you hear about Justin?
No, what's going on with him? Want to drop in real quick and see him at the shop?
Well, afraid we won't be able to do that anymore.
Why not?
Justin got fired a few days ago. Gave me a call the other day and told me he got fired. Then I heard on the radio this morning that the farm store got bought out, so they must have let Justin go in some kind of company restructuring or something, but man, did they mess up. He was the farm store at the UMRV. Everyone would go to him for parts, deliveries, everything.
Man, that's too bad. Justin's a great guy. He was really the face of that place. I don't know what they're going to do without him.
Well, I have some seeds on order down there right now. Normally, the farm store would call me, let me know that they're in. I figured there's a lot of changes going on down there, so I figured, maybe an oversight. So I gave them a call this morning, and I got what sounded like a girl in a call center trying to take my call. She immediately asked for my order number.
Things aren't what they used to be, Herd. It's a changing world. Not one that I'm necessarily too fond of either.
I agree, Sam, but to not even try to know the community first.
They don't have to, Herd. They're about making as much money as they can. The old farm store is about helping farmers in the area. Hopefully they'll get back to that, but I have my doubts. Well, here we are, Herd. I've never actually been here before. Heard a lot about it, but sort of an odd-looking spot.
Yeah, it's a little off the map for sure, but the guy's pretty cool. His name's AD. Most importantly, though, the truck looks like it'll work perfect for the farm.
Oh, I'm happy for you, Herd. Congrats.
All right, now we have paid for the truck, and it is ours officially. And I've got to tell you, I'm really happy that we have this because we are now able to do a lot of things by ourselves. And that's going to save us hundreds of dollars, especially right now when just starting the farm. So we're going to need a lot of things delivered. And now we can go pick them up and save us a little cash, which is always good. Now, some things, obviously, we will have delivered to us, but as far as equipment's concerned, I am not worried about it anymore. I think this will be more than we need. So that is good news, and we are going to put it right to the test because I'm going to head up to the farm, and I am going to grab that trailer, and from there we have to go down to the McGregor farm store, a place that honestly, I'm a little nervous to go to because I do like the farm store, but I am a little worried just based on the phone call that I had, just based on them firing Justin for no reason. I don't know. I'm conflicted as to what to do, but at the end of the day, it is the only farm store within however many miles. I haven't really looked. I do know it's the only farm store in town, but I'm not really sure what to do. So yes, we did order seeds. I do have to pick them up. They are in, and I'm also going to grab some grease and some chicken feed. That is the plan as of now. Still waiting on that grass to grow. It's taking a little bit. It is taking its time, and I'm really hoping that we can get into the second cutting rotation, but I'm not sure if we're going to hit or miss second cutting. I think it's going to be pretty close, but either way, 2 cuttings this year would be great if we just planted the grass, but I'm not really expecting much, so I'm not really sure. But I will pick this up when I get closer to the farm. And now getting closer to the farm, and a couple weeks ago we were on this road and life sent us a message that we needed a new truck. We needed to stop towing with the other one. Justin sent us that message as well, and we took the advice. I bit the bullet. I really don't have a ton of money. I have some money, but It's tied up in things that I know we need to get, and it's not elaborate by any stretch of the imagination. I do know that we'll save some money by grabbing the auction equipment that we got, which was a mower and a baler. And outside of that, I'm really not sure as to how much we can afford, and that's why I'm probably going to try to sell the hay this year and the silage if we can get some, if this grass ever grows. But get all that figured out, sell all that, and then use that money to get some cows. Now, let me back up here, hook up, and we will be on our way to the farm store. After being broke down on the side of the road a few weeks ago, I was happy to be in a more modern truck. Yeah, I like to drive the old one, but I also wanted to preserve it. To me, it was a key part of this farm, and something that linked the old farm with this new one that we were starting. Besides, it was really fun to drive. But I have to confess that so is this. More importantly, it's going to help me move things I need to the farm, which is something that was going to cost me hundreds of dollars in delivery fees every time. But this right here, this is different. This is something that will pay for itself pretty quickly by not having to pay those fees anymore. Hauling bales will be shortly a real thing, and we're going to need some way to get these bales to the people that are buying them. This was the most nerve-wracking trip to the farm store. It even beats the first time I walked in without a clue of what I was asking for. But this is the first time I'm going under new ownership, and it might be the last time too. I don't know. Justin getting fired, their rudeness, the fact that it's a big company. I don't know. I like the little guy, but they're quickly dying off. Even in a place like the UMRV, it seems. Alright, so just arriving at the farm store, and I'm just going to check in. I guess I'll just park where I normally park. And then we'll see what the new process is, because I'm sure there is, because, you know, business as usual. Anyway, let's get in there and see if this lady's any nicer to us, because I don't know if it could have gone any worse on the phone, but, well, it could have been, but it wasn't great. Anyway, let's go.
Can I help you?
Hey there, name's Hurd. I'm here for the grass seed I called earlier.
Okay, let me type you up a slip. You'll go out back with the guys and give this to them. You got 2 pallets of grass seed, the grease, and the chicken feed. It's already paid for, so you're all set. Have a good day.
Alright. Thanks for everything.
Bye.
Alright, well, I don't know what I was expecting, but that is what we got. Anyway, we will get driving this trailer back here so that these guys can load it up for me, and then we will obviously drive back to the farm. That way we can unload everything and put everything away. That's pretty much what I want to do today here. Again, we're waiting for the grass to grow, which is something that takes a while, but at the same time, we have a lot of things to do as well. We're literally starting a farm this summer, so I would like to get a couple other things here if my budget can stretch that far, but the top priority is getting all this stuff back and then getting the baler and the mower from the auction house. That's what I need to do. But anyway, let me get these things loaded on here and then we can get out of here. Alright, so we are all loaded up and signed all the delivery papers, all that good stuff, and now we have got some grease, we have got some seeds, and on the other side you can't see there's a pallet of chicken feed that we are going, it's going to take a long time to go through all that. Not so much the grass seed though, that's going to go through very fast, but the chicken feed, you know, I'm hoping that that lasts at least a couple months, which will be good. But anyway, we can get the tow mirrors out, and now we can head out to the farm. And my plan here again is just to get all the way up there and take all this stuff off, put it away, and get everything in order. That way we are ready for whenever the grass comes up. There's a lot of things that we have to do here, but I'm going to pick it up when we get closer to the farm. Alright, now driving out of McGregor now and getting closer to the farm. We're going to have a turn, a right-hand turn up here at the top of the hill. And that is the infamous road where we broke down a couple weeks ago. Not happy about that still, but I was able to get everything repaired, so I guess I shouldn't be too angry about it. Either way, I guess I learned my lesson as well. I will treat that truck a little nicer, a little bit more gentle. It's a little older than this one for sure, and speaking of this one, this feels good. You know, obviously I'm not carrying a lot of weight right now, but what I am towing, it does feel very good, and I do like how this truck drives. So I'm glad we made this purchase. I'm glad that they had this truck specifically, and I'm just very happy that I don't have to be waiting for a driver. I don't have to be paying a couple $100s. I can actually drive it myself and save a couple $100s, which obviously helps us because we don't have a job right now. Kind of living off my savings at the moment until I can bale some hay or get some silage ready for some farmers. That is what the finances are, and we have a little bit of money. We will make it this summer without selling bales, but I would really enjoy making some money this year. That way at least I can justify going out and buying all of this equipment immediately. I would like to pay for all of that equipment in silage and bales eventually, but I do know that we only have one field as well. So I have been thinking of other revenue streams. I have been thinking of cows, but I don't think that that's going to happen this year, only because I'm not really sure about dairy cows, and I know that the beef market here is beyond saturated. So I would like to find something, but here we are, and I am just going to park this for, I guess we'll park it over here. That way it's very easy to get everything off. And I say that not being the best telehandler driver. I've only done this a couple times, so I always do that. Turn off the signal there. Now take all the straps off here, and I'm a little nervous about this. I usually am, just because I don't have a lot of telehandler experience. Where did I put that? I think it's in the garage, the telehandler. Talking like this is a screwdriver. Just, where did I put that? And I think I'm wrong, actually. I think it's in here. Yes, it's in the barn. Alright, so let me get in here and we will get started. Alright, now get that closed, and I have to obviously take off the bucket and replace it with the fork. So we will drive in here and detach it, switch them out, and then obviously pick up all of the pallets. And very excited about this. I'm very excited to get better at this because I'm, again, not that great. And I'm already doubting myself, to be completely honest. But I guess we'll see how this goes. Eventually I'm going to have to get good at this. And every time I mess up, the good news is that all of the bags on the pallets go everywhere. And I give myself 20 minutes of work just restacking everything, which is very fun. I've done it a couple times. Not going to brag about it, but let me get out of here first, so then we can try our first pallet. Alright. And yeah, on Justin, you know, I was gonna give him a call. I figured I would give him a week to sort everything out, and then I was gonna give him a call and see if he wanted to hang out, drink a couple beers or something, talk about it. I don't know what he's gonna do. And I don't mean that in a bad way. He's got a lot of options. There's, you know, he could be a farmhand somewhere. He could be a delivery driver. He could continue his own delivery business, I believe, as he was doing that through the farm store. But the farm store really wasn't Hold on, let me get this figured out so that I don't go right through the bag. There we go. The farm store wasn't really offering that as a service. They were more letting Justin do it on the side for extra money, and they were taking a cut of it. So I'm not really sure as far as AgMax what they're going to do, what their policy is. I don't really know all too much about AgMax. I have to do some research, but we're going to put this right here. It's just kind of close to the chickens. Maybe we could have put that in the barn, but, you know, we're just going to leave it right there for right now. I just want to get this off. I do know that it is supposed to rain. I don't know when. Wow, we cut that close. I do know that it's supposed to rain. I'm not really sure when, and I don't want to get caught out in it. This is, you know, tough enough for me, to be honest with you, but I guess let's get the grease here now. We'll see if we can hook up to that. Alright, successful. I don't really love it, but let's see if we can move it against that other one and not move. There we go. That was okay. Now we'll break. There we go. We got it on a little bit. Now we're going to put this into the garage because that's where we're going to use it the most. So I'm really happy. I got the chicken feed off. I got the grease off. So I am going to get the other 2 bags of seed off. They are both grass seed. We're going to use those so fast. So I don't really have a designated spot for seeds yet because we don't have any seeds. This is our first seeds that we ever have on the farm here. So, and they're going to go right out into the field immediately. We might even have to buy more. I'm not sure, but let me get those and then I will be calling it a day. Well, overall, a decent day, and we did beat out the rain, which is great because those skies aren't looking good, and I believe the next 2 days, that's just going to be rain as well. So I'm really happy that we got everything in there. I'm really happy that we got the truck back to the farm, which is nice, and I think the next time we're going to worry about getting that baler and that mower onto the farm as well, because I'd really like to have everything secure ahead of time. You know, what a concept. We aren't running around trying to fetch everything when we need it. So I want to do that, and I want to get a hold of Justin next time. I want to try to message him and see if he wants to hang out and have a beer, talk about a couple things, and see what's on his mind, because he's a good guy, a friend that I have here out in the UMRV, and I'd really like to see that he's doing good. But anyway, that is the day here today, and again, I'm really happy with what we did today, and there's more work as always the next time. Thanks for hanging out.
A lot of people wait a lot longer than you think to come grab their stuff. Sometimes haulers are difficult, sometimes things don't line up. I get it. I'm sure you're real happy to bring that back with you now, though, eh?
You got that right. I've got a lot to do today, so I do appreciate you meeting me down here so early. Got a big field to mow today. First time for that pasture in some time, so it's excited, I'm excited, everybody's excited up at the farm.
Man, you got any animals up there?
No, they're not excited yet. They're not there. I haven't gotten any animals yet. I've been kicking the idea around, but right now I'm just trying to get some hay into the barn. Quite literally, not even a figure of speech, but I'm also looking to sell some of that hay, so if you know anybody, let me know.
Well, not at the moment, but I'll keep it in mind. Might want to check with the auction house in town if you're needing to sell badly, though. They won't give you as much money for it, but they'll always buy it from you. Sometimes that's better than nothing.
All right, well, thanks for the tip. You see the next door neighbor there, the McGregor farm store, just got sold.
Yeah, AgMax bought it. I guess they're planning on expanding from the sounds of it. They bought 2 fields down the road from the farm store as well.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what else they'd be buying it for other than storage or to expand to another store, but I have no idea. I do know they bought the 2 fields down there, though.
Interesting. All right, well, I'm going to get up to the farm. I'm going to be mowing for a while today, so might as well start early.
Enjoy yourself, Herd. Thanks a lot for everything.
No, thank you, and have a great day, man. Thank you again. All right. Well, that's interesting. I did not know that. 2 fields beyond the auction house is where the farm store has just bought a couple pieces of land. And I'm not sure why they would buy the land. I think that he was right. I think that they might be expanding, or at the worst case scenario for us personally, maybe making their own hay over there to sell. I'm really not sure, but I do know that that doesn't really bode well for the local farmer here, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do over there at AgMax. I'm hoping that the experience that I had before was, just kind of somebody being rude, and not really the whole company, but I don't know. These big corporate conglomerates, they come in and all of the personal touch of any business is gone, which is too bad, but I'm hoping for us personally and our business sake, they're not going to be doing hay or silage over there. That would be a bummer, but I guess we'll end up seeing. Either way, we have to get up to the farm. I have the mower. We are headed up there to mow now, and I'm a little nervous about it because our tractor is 180 horse, and this minimum requires 180 horse. So I got a big mower. I'm hoping that it ends up working. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe end up selling it, but I don't know. We got it at an auction, and it's as is, so it's our problem now. So I'm going to have to see how it works, obviously, and I'm excited to do that because that means we're just one step closer to baling some hay, getting some money, and finally having this thing work, because it just seems like money going out of my pocket at all times. But either way, I will pick this up when I get closer to the farm. But man, AgMax, 2 fields, that's going to be on my mind for a while. Now, driving up here and noticing that the mower is on the back of the trailer the way that it is, I know that we're going to have to use the telehandler to get it off, and that's making me a little nervous because I'm not really that great with telehandler. Not really great with that many things out here, honestly. I'm very new to this whole farming thing, so we're going to have to see if I can get this off without breaking it. That would be awesome, and what a bummer it would be if we ended up breaking it right before we were about to mow. The anxiety that farming brings, let me tell you. But we are here and it is showtime. We have got to get into the telehandler here and figure this whole thing out. Let me see if I got this. Just turn that off. Let me see if I got this thing out. Yeah, there we go. Now we'll undo the straps. Yeah, getting under here is tough. There we go. And it should be good to go. So now, obviously, we've got to get into the telehandler and try to grab this thing off of that trailer. This could go very badly. I'm hoping it doesn't, obviously, but let's open this up. There we go. And there's the telehandler. Now the idea here is I'm going to use the forks. I'm just going to get them underneath the mower and lift it, and hopefully this can handle that weight. I'm pretty sure it can, but again, I have no idea with any of this stuff. I just know that I'm in a big tractor that I barely know how to drive, and I am going to try to get this expensive thing that I just bought at an auction that I don't even know if it's going to work, because again, it requires 180 horse minimum, and that tractor right there on the right is 180 max. So it's going to be an interesting first mow, I think. It might not even be a first mow if I don't get this off of the trailer. Go way back, that way we can kind of square up here. Alright. And here goes nothing. Get up to it a little bit more. Lift. I don't have to go that high, just... Oh boy. Oh boy, yep, hit the left. Didn't hit that hard, I don't think. I hope not. I think everything seems to be attached. We can get out of here. And now the mower is off of the trailer, at least in one piece. I'm not really sure if it broke when it hit that right side of it there, but either way, I think we'll be fine, and I think we're going to be able to mow this field here this morning. Guess I'll put this over here. I think that's probably the next time we'll need it, is for pallets of some sort. But turn the telehandler off here. And now it is time to get into the field, and this has been a couple weeks waiting for sure, at very least. But first we got to hook up this mower to the back of that tractor right there. So let's climb in this. And now let's go over to the mower, and this is going to be a little difficult because for me, because I've never done this before, and because I know there's a lot of different things that you have to do. There is the PTO shaft, there is the actual getting the mower hooked up to the tractor. There's a lot of different components here. And I don't know if I backed up right. Let's see. It might be way too close. Yeah, that PTO doesn't look like... Yeah, I gotta get back in the tractor and drive a little bit forward. And let's try that again here. Nothing's easy here. That part I know. That part I've learned already. Back up there, and that should be fine. Let's try to hook this up. Tractor's hooked up. Get the PTO shaft. There we go. And now we are set to go, and this has been a long time coming, as I've said. I'm very happy about that, but it's also dampened a little bit because my excitement, that is, because I've just learned that AgMax has got 2 fields down there, and I'm really hoping that hay and silage is not on the menu down there at AgMax, because if it is, I'm not really sure that we can compete. I know that they will outprice everybody, and we will not be able to make a living here. So I don't know. We're going to go ahead as usual because we can't stop everything just because we think something's going to happen. And either way, if we get animals next year, we're going to need that anyway. So let's look. Looks like we're doing fine there. Looks like we're mowing good. And yeah, now we are ready to go. I'm expecting this to take a few hours. I'm hoping to be done by noon. And yeah, just a couple hundred trips around this circle as usual, and then we will have this thing mowed. Let's hope for the best. Alright, now on the first lap here, and just some bad news to report. I was worried about the horsepower, and I don't know if that's what it is, but this mower is skipping a little bit, and I'm not really... Alright, there it is. I'm at your farm. I got your baler. Okay, perfect. So we'll go up to the farmyard and see Justin real quick. But yeah, it's skipping, so it's leaving little marks everywhere. And I'm not really sure if that's because I don't have a strong enough tractor. I don't know if something's up with the mower, but it's not giving me that clean of a cut, so I'm not really happy about that, but let me stop right here real quick, and we'll get out and talk with him real fast and see what's going on with him. Thank him for bringing the baler up. And I haven't been able to talk to him really a lot. He has been doing a lot of deliveries, so I'm really happy that that is going good for him, at least it seems, but I don't know. I want to see if he wants to have a beer. Let me ask him. Here he is. Hey, Justin.
Hey, Herd. See you're mowing your field. I got your baler from the auction house, so I'll just leave my trailer here and come grab it tomorrow or something. I don't want to have you stop doing what you're doing.
No. I'll bring it up to your house later. You've done enough to help me out today, believe me. Just bringing this here is a huge help.
Well, you'll need a tedder too, but I think I have a friend who can help you out with that.
Yeah, wow, that'd be a huge help. Yeah, let me know, because if not, I gotta go to McGregor.
Yeah, great.
Believe me, now I'd rather go anywhere else. They were really rude when I went to pick up my seeds the other day, and obviously I got a problem with your situation and how they handled that too, so if you have a friend who can help, I'd rather pay him.
He'll just let you borrow for free, I'm sure, but I'll ask him anyway.
Well, that's even better, but thanks, Justin. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get back to the field, but when I'm done, I'll come up and I'll bring your trailer and maybe we'll have a beer or something.
Sounds great, Herd. I'll talk to you soon. Happy mowing.
All right, thanks again. All right, well, that was awesome of him to do that for us. And it's going to be even better when I bring some beer up to his house, because that's what it's all about. The beer after all of this hard work makes it worth it. Anyway, let's get back in this and let's start mowing.
Well, when I woke up, she was looking at me. She told me I've been cheating on her in her dream. Lord, it wasn't a thing I could do or say to change her mind any way. She told me that things was gonna change. If I wanted her, I couldn't stay the same. So I stopped going out on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Yeah, everything she asked, I left in the past just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated. All I've been domesticated. She told me to top off her Jeep, the one I bought her when I sold my old GT. And I bumped in to my good friend, and he asked me where the hell had I been. So I told him what she told me. If I didn't change, she was gonna leave. So I stopped going down on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Everything she asked, I left in the past just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated. I'm domesticated. But when I got home, she sat me down, said she wasn't happy and she wanted out. Everything about the man she once loved is long gone, baby, and it's all because I stopped going out on Friday nights. I stopped drinking with the boys. Everything she asked, I left in the past just to try to bring her joy. For the record, it can't be understated. Lord, I've been domesticated. Lord, I've been domesticated. All I do is stay at home all
All right, and the last lap of the mowing, which I'm happy about, but at the same time, kind of disappointed about, because there are spots everywhere, as you can see, where we have skipped, and I'm almost positive that it's because the horsepower needed and the horsepower that I have are very close to one another, and I don't know, I might have to get a new tractor. I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought too much about it, but right now this doesn't really look great. Let me just make sure that that's up. It is. Okay. Now we can go back and power wash it. But yeah, that's not great. That's not great. We can do a lot better than that. And I think that a bigger tractor might solve the problem. But either way, here we are. We are gonna go up to the garage, and then I gotta grab a trailer. I don't think it matters which one, and drive it back to Justin's, because they're the same trailer. I might as well just take that one that's hitched. But either way, we will get out here and we will make sure that the mower has got all the mud and everything off of it. So yeah, I'm very happy that the field is done and mowed. Now it can dry, but at the same time there are spots there, and that's not great news for me. So anyway, we'll get this washed up, and then we will get in the truck and head up to Justin's. Alright, now with that all washed off, we will get in the truck and head up to Justin's. We'll make sure that's up there in the back, and we are ready to go. And yeah, we're going to trade trailers. I don't think he cares, and at the end of the day, he gave me the other one, so if he really wants it back, I can just give it to him. But I don't think it's going to matter to him one bit. They are the same trailer. I'll get that baler off a little bit later, but head up here and drop off the trailer that he helped us with, and he's been a huge help getting farm equipment and everything like that up there. So I hope that the delivery business goes well for him, and you know, I might use him again for some out-of-town stuff, because if the farm store is going to be that hard to deal with or that rude, I'm not really sure that I want to deal with them in the first place. Between that phone call and just how they treated Justin on the way out, I'm not really sure I want to support that. But sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Sometimes you have to go down to the evil company that's right down the road, because you can't get to the good company that is miles and miles away. But that's where I'm hoping Justin might be able to come in. We'll see what he wants to do there about that. Maybe I'll investigate that a little further. But alright, so we're gonna head over to Justin's. He's in Prairie du Chien, and he's just over the Mississippi River there. So we'll head on over into Wisconsin, and I will pick it up when we get closer to Justin's. Alright, now just about to Justin's. It's about a minute up the road, not even, and actually I think it's right here. He said he was right across the street from this, so he should be over here, and yeah, there it is. Okay, so I don't know, I guess we'll just leave the trailer over here for now and figure it out. I want to go see, I see him up there grilling, so let me just turn this off and go up there and talk to him real quick. But yeah, we'll just leave that trailer there for now. I'm sure he'll have somewhere he wants me to put it, but anyway, let's go talk to him.
Hey there, Herd. Come on up. I saw you coming. I got a beer all ready for you, and I'm grilling some food for us.
Thanks, man, and thanks for today. I really appreciate the help.
Yeah, no worries, Herd. We helped one another out around here. That's the way it always has been with everyone I know here in the UMRV. Speaking of which, I got the tedder for you to use whenever you want it, so just let me know and I'll swing by my friends and grab it whenever.
Thanks, Justin. You're really becoming a real lifesaver.
Well, anything to keep you away from the store in McGregor, I guess.
Yeah, so about that. Did you hear they bought 2 fields in McGregor down by the farm store? I guess it's just beyond the farm store, but you got a guess on what that's going to be?
No, I don't have a guess, but I can flat out tell you what it is. It's a grocery store. I know that they were bringing in another store, but I wasn't really sure which kind. Then they let me go, and I had some time to do some research on them. They basically come in and take out the small farmer by charging a lot for equipment rentals and, things like that. Then they buy the farm once the farmer goes out of business. They then farm those farms and sell the produce down at the store. It's basically cutting out the farmer and taking over a town's entire food chain.
Wait, what? You think they're doing that in McGregor?
Well, they've been doing that all over the place in the smaller towns. I guess now the UMRV is next. I don't know what to do anymore. Farming's the only thing I know.
Well, we're gonna have to do something or we're all gonna go under. You, me, Sam, all the other farmers. I think we have to get together and have a serious talk about a few things. And this should be the last pallet. Man, Peterson's always works us real hard, but at the end of the day, I really feel accomplished here. I feel like we're actually doing some good. But for me, right now, I think a beer is in my near future here. As it is the end of the day on Friday, and now we can go home.
Well, that's another one in the books, eh, Herd?
You got that right, Roy. I'm looking to get out of here this weekend. This place takes a toll on me sometimes.
Well, I'm sure your grandfather has some work out on his farm in East Timbuktu or wherever that farm's located.
Iowa, and I'm not really sure I want that, to be honest, either. Seems like a lot of work to me. This is a lot of work, but that's a lifestyle.
Well, then I guess Peterson's it is until you die. Could die or collapse. Or get smarter and quit, but we'll be here Monday until we die.
You're probably right, Roy. You're probably right, sadly. It's probably not as funny as I think.
All right, well then I'll talk to you, Herd. Have a good weekend.
All right, you too, man.
It's going to be hard to do for sure, and most of these farmers in the UMRV will likely take the opportunity to sell their farm.
You think so?
I do. Look, you guys are younger and selling a farm you own seems nuts. I get that. But for these old-timers out here, they've farmed season after season after season. And they're tired, and they're broke, and they're fed up with the industry as a whole. Just keeps getting harder every year to turn a profit.
Yeah, and AgMax not only knows that, they count on it. They see a bunch of frustrated farmers with a lot of land, and if they can control the price, they put the farmers out of business eventually, and then the developers come in.
And then that's when they make the real money.
I've looked these guys up. They might be selling some of that land. They're looking to farm it too. They just put a few towns out of business as far as agriculture is concerned. They're now in this town. Can you imagine that? One farm in the UMRV.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like, not the small farm stands and everything like that. It's not going to look nice. It's going to look more like a factory, and it's not really going to make anyone happy.
Well, the farmers here, like I said, it's why I think you can plan out a lot of them selling. The question is, what are we going to do? Herd, have you thought about if your grandfather's going to sell, if they send him the paperwork?
Not really. It's all happening pretty quickly. I'm not really sure if he'll sell or not. He does have the money, but, he has also liked the idea of me continuing the farm here.
Right, but the money that these guys are offering should probably change a few minds.
Well, right. I don't know. If he sells it, I guess I'll go get a job somewhere else. I don't know what else there is to do. I left my old job and really wasn't sure what I was doing coming out here anyway. There have been some days I thought I made a mistake, but I've really loved getting the farm back up and running and living out here, I don't know. I don't have enough money to buy another farm, that's for sure. What about you, Sam?
Well, I'm not sure what I'll do. I think the amount of cows I'm running at the moment isn't really competition for them, so they might leave me alone.
They want the farm and the land, Sam. They don't care about your cattle.
Fair point, but I don't know, guys. I farmed this land a very long time, and I got a lot of great memories out here in the UMRV. It'll be tough to throw that all away. But if I don't do that, then I'm throwing away a lot of money at the same time. And I'm not getting any younger. I'm not so sure what's stupider.
Well, the decision is yours, Sam. I like having you as a neighbor, but if you take the money, I get it. Life is life, and money helps walk through that a little easier. Justin, how about you? You gonna continue running the hauling business?
Yeah, I think I can do that full time soon. I'm picking up a couple hours elsewhere for hauling for other companies, but I'm not going to be affected by what AgMax does in the future. They've already put me here in this situation. Now, I just have to worry about getting my business on a steady foot.
Either way, I think we should all figure out what our futures are, because AgMax surely doesn't care to sit around and wait. It seems they've been here a very short time, and already they're rubbing a lot of farmers the wrong way.
Yeah, but the prices they're pitching are so low, I don't think people will stay away.
We'll have to see. Anyway, Herd, I got that tedder for you. I just need to scoop it up and I'll bring it up to your farm. Once we get out of here, that's what I'll be doing.
Great, thanks, Justin. Well, I'm about ready to get out of here anyway. I appreciate you guys meeting me down here for lunch.
No problem,
No problem, Herd.
All right, well, that was an interesting lunch at Kodiak with Sam and Justin, and honestly, I'm not really feeling too great about my future out here in the UMRV, because my grandfather, it's a lot of money to turn away, and I know he likes the farm continuing and the family name, I do get that, but at the same time, he really hasn't come out here a lot. He hasn't really came out here once, and not really sure if he's missing it all that much, so I'm not really sure what is going to happen. What I do know is that I have a couple things that I've purchased here for the farm, so if everything goes haywire, at least I'll be able to sell that and get some of my money back, but a lot of it, you know, chicken food and chicken feed and things like that, I think will be going the wayside, because I'm not sure who to resell that to. I don't even know who to give that to. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But we have to continue to farm like we are going to be here for the next 20 years, because that's the only way to farm, is just head down and continue to do it, and hopefully everything makes sense at the end of the day. But when there's a big corporation in town, when they are offering big money bids to farms around the area, then that kind of changes things a little bit. But either way, we are just going to continue to farm, and hopefully we are going to get into that field today. Justin said that he is going to get the tedder now, so barring something crazy, I think that we will be out in the field flipping the grass today. And I want to make that hay, obviously, that's why we're tedding it, so it's still just a waiting game. I'm very impatient, especially since I have the baler on the trailer. I promise I'm not trying to rhyme, but I have the baler on the trailer in the farm yard, so it's sitting there propped up, kind of mocking me. And I do want to get to use that, because obviously the only way that we're going to make any money this year is by getting some bales. Like I said, the cows are probably going to be something I look at more into the winter, when I have some more time to research them and to see what's going on. But I do know that cows will be in the future eventually, and I cannot wait for that, honestly. I feel like without the cows there on the farm, it's kind of a little empty. I do have the chickens, but they're really kind of hid behind the shed there, so they're kind of out of the way. Cows will be right there, so I can see them from my house, the pen that is. So it's empty now, and I would like to get some in, but right now I don't have any silage, I don't have any hay, I don't have any feed, I don't have any water, I don't have any way to transport water. So right now we are kind of stuck, and money, as you can only imagine, has been a limiter in, you know, getting these things done, because the limitations that no money puts on your farm plans is pretty significant. But either way, we are getting here to the farm, so let me drive home, and I got to get into the house because I got to grab a bunch of papers for Justin, but Justin said he would be right behind me. He left before me at Kodiak, so I'm expecting him any minute now. So we are going to get down to the farm, which is right there in the distance, and then we will get in the house, get some paperwork, and go out and greet Justin. Hopefully everything's good with the tedder, and hopefully I can get right out into the farm, or into the field, because I do want to flip that grass. I know that it's going to be nice the next couple days, so I do want to have that grass sitting there in the sun drying out completely. Because again, I'm really not that patient, and I know I need to be, but yeah, this is the first one, so I'm a little bit more anxious as well about it. But let me park this up, and I will pick this up once Justin's here. The conversation at lunch today really woke me up. What if my grandfather did sell his farm? Why wouldn't he? To let his grandson try and run something he'd never done before, or make a bunch of money for nothing? The truth was, I really like the UMRV, and in particular, McGregor. I like living here, and yeah, I could still live in town and get a job out here, but I think it'd be too hard to drive around and see the big corporation that put us out of business. I guess I'd be ignorant to think the paperwork wouldn't come at some point. I honestly just wanted it to come, get it over with. It's hard to plan for the future when the future is so uncertain. All I could do now is the same thing I've been doing since arriving in McGregor. I'd have to work hard and hope for the best. Alright, so Justin just pulled up and he has got the tedder, so I am going to just grab the tractor and get the tedder off, and then we'll go right into the field because, again, I want to get this done. I've mentioned many times I'm not patient, so we're not going to wait around, and yeah, that looks good. Looks like a good size. Just give me a second. I'm going to go get the tractor. Alright, so there's no need to talk to Justin for too long. We've already wasted too much time there. Well, not wasted, but, you know. In terms of farm production, we have wasted that time. But it was a pretty good day today as far as lunch is concerned. A lot to think about. A lot to think about in terms of our future. But like I said before on the way up, you know, we can't think like that. We just have to continue farming. We have to continue on like everything is okay and hope for the best, because that's all that we have in our control, at least. Now we're going to grab the tedder. Just make sure that everything is unstrapped here. There we go, or that would make for a very difficult time. Close that door up. Alright. Finally tedding this grass. And this will be the last thing. Obviously the next thing would be to windrow it once it is all looking like hay, and then we can bale it all up. And I haven't really thought much about the windrower yet, but I do have the baler, so at very least we're just gonna go many laps without the windrower. But I think Justin will be able to help us out, or maybe go down to the farm store. I don't really want to do that, but I'm finding that sometimes it might be something we have to do, and I feel like I'm falling into that trap that other towns have fallen into. But yeah, we'll just wave to Justin there. No need to talk. We have to get on with our day, and we are now finally in the field. Again, we are reminded of just all this spots where it didn't mow, but that's okay. The first one doesn't have to be perfect, but we will get some hay off of this. We will get some bales off of this, and that's all I really care about. So let's turn this on. Alright, and now we are on our way. I'm not really sure how long this is going to take. Honestly, I got everything that I needed to get out of the way for today done, so this is going to take up a good portion of the day. But what do you expect? It's a big field, and it's a good sized windrower, but it's not a huge windrower, so we're going to need a little bit of time here. And I do not want to crush my fence there. I did a little bit, but they're strong posts. Okay, let's just say that. But yes, we are going around the perimeter here, and I'll probably end in the middle. That's kind of how I like to do things, especially if we're just flipping grass. It doesn't really matter, but yes, let me get on with this, and then hopefully we have enough bales to pay off all of our debt, which I'm not expecting. But I am expecting a good amount of bales here for the first cutting, so hope I'm not wrong there. On the final lap here, and this hasn't taken as long as I first thought that it would, which is always good to hear, and probably something I'm not going to say a lot in this series because I'm learning here. This is my first year farming, and I am going to mess up quite a bit, let me tell you that. But right now, I think we're doing good. I haven't broken anything, which is good. I probably shouldn't say that until we're done, but Justin came through and on a couple of things. The tedder, and he also came through on having a connection to where to buy the bales for a good amount of money. So I'm pretty happy with that, but I'm also just doing all of this work thinking, am I building a future or am I just mowing some other guy's yard? It's kind of how I feel. I'm not really sure. I should probably call my grandfather and let him know what's going on here. Let him know that somebody just moved into town and bought the farm store. Tell him what I'm hearing. See if he's hearing anything. I don't know. But I do know that that is done. The tedding is done. Let me just stop here real quick and fold this up. And that's a nice tedder. I like that one. They got the job done pretty nicely, so I don't know. I'm limited with the amount of horsepower I have on this tractor. I think it's only like 80 horse, so I can't really get a hold of the bigger equipment, but at the same time, just a little bit more time, a couple more laps, and we'll have everything done just like everybody else. That's the way I look at it anyway. But let me get up here. And Justin has left. Wouldn't expect him to still be here, but just letting you know. And then we're going to drop this off over here. I will get to the power washer, but honestly, to be completely honest with you, I'm very hungry. So yeah, that was nice. That was a good time. Now we flip that grass, so it's drying in the sun, which is good. Like I said, it's going to be good a couple days from now. It will rain, but I think we can get that out of the way. I think it's like 6 days from now, something like that. So either way, don't quote me because I didn't check the weather. Let me check the mail real quick. Let me get over here and see what we got. Periodically, I do like to check and see if I have bills, but over here, when I put my hand in this thing, it usually costs me money. But let's see what we got here. Alright, that's junk. That's junk. What is this? Let's open this up. To whom it may concern, we are excited to announce that AgMax is coming to the UMRV located in McGregor. AgMax strives to help farmers across the country with their farming needs through equipment leasing and purchasing options, as well as everything a great farmer like yourself needs to make it in the world's best industry. Oh my goodness. We're writing this letter to thank you for your years of dedication to the industry and would love to speak with you regarding your farming needs and what AgMax can do with them. We would like to discuss them with you in person and we'll be reaching out in the next few weeks regarding the matter. Until then, please keep doing the world's greatest job and we'll keep doing our best to help farmers like yourself continue to get the work done. Oh my goodness. Reaching out to me to talk in person. That sounds fun. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me call Sam real quick. I have to give Sam a call and see if he got something else.
Hey, Herd.
Hey, Sam. Did you get anything in the mail today from AgMax?
Agmax? No, why?
I just got this thing in the mail, a bunch of salesy speak, and then telling me that they're going to reach out to me in the next few weeks.
Well, or reaching out to your grandfather, most likely, right? He owns the land.
Right, correct.
Well, I know I asked you this earlier, but now it seems appropriate again. You think he's gonna sell?
Couldn't tell you. Guess I'll find out soon.
AgMax, this is Kyle.
Hello, I was looking to lease a windrower for the day. I just wanted to see how much that would run.
All right, have you been here before, sir?
Yeah, name's Herd.
Please hold.
Man, I gotta tell you, the customer service down here since they bought this place has just really gone downhill. No customer service, no personal. It's frustrating, and there's no other place to go, which is unfortunate. Wonder how long they're gonna leave me on hold.
All right, Herd, sorry to keep you waiting. As it turns out, your customer account has a red flag on it, so I'm not going to be able to lease anything for you until that's cleared up.
A flag? I don't owe you any money, do I?
I'm not sure, sir, and I do apologize, but if you want the customer service number, I can provide that for you.
No, thank you. I'll figure something else out. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. All right. Well, that was interesting. I don't know what I'm going to do about that place, but either way, we're going to head up to Justin's. I told him that I would stop up here today. Not much going on here at the farm right now. I know that we are waiting for that grass to dry, but at the same time, if I can get that all windrowed, I'm going to. And I'm going to ask Justin if he knows anybody with a windrower, because that is the only option that we have down there is AgMax, and they are apparently not going to rent anything to me. I haven't called them yet. I am too angry, so I am just going to move on with my day and figure out what to do, how to get a windrower. And if I have to windrow it a little early, then I'm going to windrow it a little early, and I'm going to deal with it, because it's really hard to get anything out here right now, especially since the one place in town won't lease anything to me. And I'm not really sure why. I know that I have all of my bills paid from them. I didn't really ever get a hold of my grandfather, so I'm going to have to try him again and see what he told AgMax. I can only guess if we have a red flag. That's at least my assumption, is that he told them that he didn't want to sell, but it's very interesting. He didn't tell me anything. He hasn't let me know anything, and I haven't really talked to him all that much, so I am going to have to try to get a hold of him and figure out why I can't lease anything down there right now. But either way, we're headed to Justin's. I'm going to give him a visit. I'm going to see what he's doing, and maybe I can help him out with a couple transportation jobs. I'm not really sure what to do. The first thing to do is just try to get a windrower. Obviously, Sam would be the easy guy, but he doesn't have a windrower, so we are kind of forced to look around and see if anybody else can help us. But farms are going out of business around here. I know that one farm up the way there is just put a for sale sign out, and the owners left, so let's hope that's not us. Alright, now right around the corner from Justin's, and I'm gonna see if he knows anybody with a windrower. Obviously, he's always the first person I go to, and I really don't want to use him all the time because I know I'm going to be a burden, but I don't really have anybody to ask, so Sam didn't know anybody, and I don't know anybody else around here, so let's get out and let's go talk to Justin.
Hey there, Herd. How you doing?
Not good, Justin. Not good. Just tried renting a windrower down at the farm store, and, well, I shouldn't really even call it that. AgMax.
Yeah, that's no farm store, Herd. That's a corporation down there.
Yeah, well, that corporation won't lease me a windrower either. They say my account is flagged or something like that. I don't know. They confirm with me that I don't owe them money, but I don't know. That leaves one thing.
Your grandpa didn't sell the farm?
It's my only guess. Of course, my grandfather's notoriously horrible with technology, so the guy doesn't even own a cell phone, so getting a hold of him is somewhat of a problem. I'm going to try to get in touch with him today to see what the deal is.
Well, it doesn't sound like it went well for AgMax anyway. If they flags your account, that is. Do you owe them any money?
No, they wouldn't confirm it with me, but I know I don't. I have to call customer service, but like I said, I took the time to look, and there is no outstanding bills for them, so I always pay them up front, so I'm really confused as why they wouldn't want to take my money.
Oh yeah, something didn't go well.
Well, I don't know. Do you know anyone with a windrower? I mean, I hate to come to you again, and I'm not in dire need of it today, but in fact, I'll probably need it for next week, but anytime from now to next week that I can get one, I'll take it.
Is that grass you tedded up dried already?
For the most part. I mean, it's certainly going to slow down the drying process when I windrow it, but I didn't really think I had a choice with one company in town to get it from, and now the company in town is telling me that I have less options because they won't lease it to me, so now I'm kind of stuck.
Well, I have a friend in next town over who farms. I can give him a call, see if he's around. We might have to go get it, though.
I'm more than willing to do that. Just have to have the option to windrow this. That way it could save me time. I mean, that's going to save me a day's worth of work and gas. So if you got the time, you can go grab it for me. I'll pay you the transport fee.
All right, well, let's just see if he has one first. I don't need to profit off of this. I'll just help you out. But yeah, I don't mind calling him and seeing what we can do. He gets out of his other job in about an hour, so I'll give him a call then.
All right. Well, what else you got going on today?
Well, Joe's closing his farm up the road, so I'm gonna go help him pack his stuff up. I guess he's headed to Oklahoma to live near his daughter. He's one of the few that ended up selling to AgMax.
Really?
Yeah, I know a few other farmers around the area that got the same letter you got. It's happening, Herd. People are taking the AgMax offer, and they're starting to accomplish their goal of owning every acre of the UMRV.
You think that's really going to happen?
No offense, Herd, but wake up. It already is.
And I'm the one stuck with the farm that said no.
Well, your grandpa's a prideful guy. I respect that, but yeah, it seems like he's left you being the last one standing.
Justin, I don't know anything about this life. This is my first year out here. There's no way I can take on a large corporation with farm fields all around me and people driving them and, tractors everywhere. I'm one person. I don't even know. I don't have the money to add any more employees to help me either.
Oh, what about a partner?
A partner?
Look, Herd, I know you've got a lot of ambition and you got a lot of goodwill, and you're trying to make your family's farm survive, and in doing so, you just got handed a challenge that's even harder. I will not forget what AgMax did to me when they fired me. They took me out of the life I really enjoyed. But you can't do this alone. Fine, I'll help you. And the only thing you have to do is pay me from the profits we make. In return, I'll bring my transportation business with me, and we'll both share the profits from that as well.
You'd actually want to jump into this mess with me?
I'd be happy to, Herd. I hate sitting around watching other farms sell to this corporation. They're single-handedly changing what the UMRV looks like, and I don't want to have to say I've sat around and watched it happen. At very least, I can come up to your farm and we can have a fighting chance.
Well, Justin, I gotta say, the idea's a lot, but it's got me interested. I think the big question is what my grandfather even did with this farm. then I can probably answer you correctly, but you certainly have my ear.
Now, it's just an idea, Herd. No hard sell.
No, I get it. It's a hell of an offer, and one I like. But again, I have to talk to my grandpa first. I guess I'll go back to the house. I'll get some stuff done, and I'll try to get a hold of him. Just please let me know about the windrower.
No problem, Herd. Have a great day.
All right. Thanks a lot, Justin. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. All right, now just about back to the farm and headed back from Justin's, obviously, and I've had a little bit of a time to think about Justin's offer. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, he's the one I go to all the time. I think that it would be great to work with him, but there's this little thing standing in the way called I'm not sure what's going on with this farm. My grandfather has obviously made AgMax angry at something. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't really know what his future intentions are, so I'm going to have to figure all that out first. And it's just like I told Justin. I didn't lie to him. I was very truthful with him. I don't know what's going on with my future, so until that is straightened out, I don't know if I can help anybody else out with theirs. But, well, oh, here's Justin now. Hey, what's going on?
Herd, just calling you quick to let you know my friend will be up there in about an hour. I just talked with him. I hit him at a great time. He's already got it attached, so he will bring that up to you. You don't even have to go get it.
Wow, thanks, Justin. I really appreciate it. That's a huge help today. And yeah, I'll let you know as soon as I get a hold of my grandpa.
No problem, Herd. Happy to help, and have a good time windrowing.
Yeah, right, Justin. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, now I just tried to call my grandfather and he did not pick up. Surprise, surprise. But I did leave him a voicemail telling him that I did need him to call me today, that it is urgent, that there are things that we do need to discuss, because I do need to know if we're going forward. I do need to know what he said to AgMax, and I'd really like to know why we're flagged down there, why we can't get any equipment here in the UMRV for the farm. But anyway, let's get this started up. Let's get the windrower taken off of it. I'd like to get that that baler off of that. Oh man, I hate that. Off of this trailer and just put away a little bit better so that we can get everything put in place. I know that that rock collector is going to be picked up by AgMax, which should be very, very awkward.